tonight.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Garoppolo's throw going into the hands of Williams.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. It may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Garoppolo now, first down throw.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He was brought down there by Julian Love.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he lost the football. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Swift going to try up the middle, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage. Of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Off the play fake. Jones. He'll buy some time right. He's got... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley, nowhere to go that time.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd and 9, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Lions will take over.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. From the 45 on 2nd down. Garoppolo, wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now a throw here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can... kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jones off the play fake, rolling to his right.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd and goal, Jones. He's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nick Bonnett punching it in from a yard away.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Jones throwing for it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed to. Pressure comes, and the Giants block it. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Garoppolo on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo, he's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards remain for second down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Now Garoppolo, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Garoppolo to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now Jones and the Giants down by 5. A little over 80 ticks to go.
Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. On a time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man, it's Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Lions punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. One final shot. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jones. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.